So I want to talk a bit about our vineyard practices as well. The late Richard Karlo did some amazing things. First of all, he planted Malbec when everybody in the county was saying, sure, you're going to plant Malbec, Richard. What are you going to do? Put mirrors around the vineyard to ripen the Malbec? And I'm happy to report that the Malbec actually is one of our highest yielding grapes right now. But the point is, Richard planted those vines almost 10 years ago. And he also chose, 16 years ago, he chose certain clones for our vinifera, such as the 777 clone is our Pinot Noir. And it's so much the right clone to have planted in this highly sought after hillier limestone clay loam soil that, the genius of Richard may not have been apparent at the time, it is now. And another thing he did is he tile drained our North Block vineyard. What does that mean? Well, that means that about 3 feet down, there are literally pipes with holes drilled in them to absorb the water. So after we get a very heavy rain, such as what we experienced in the 2017 vintage, just kept coming at us. The vineyards here at Karlo were dry and all around us were underwater. So the benefit is that in the case of vines, grapevines don't like wet feet. And so having that tile drainage done, Richard, having been a civil engineer, he did it right the first time, and we would never be able to go back and do it right after the planting had been done. So, maybe it was a third mortgage on the property at the time. It might not have been the most immediately profitable thing to do, but it was the right thing to do. And I keep tripping into things that he did right, and I have so much respect for the man. We've also tried to take that legacy forward. For example, we use pheromone interrupters wherever possible, more sustainable practices. We already have bought the geotextiles to convert our vineyard to geotex. What does that mean? Here in the county, to protect the French vinifera in the fall, we call it hilling up. We basically bury the crowns of the vines so that we can take a minus 30 degrees or minus 40 degrees and still be smiling because we don't have any kill rate in the vineyard. But we're moving the soil around, and we don't think that's really the best way to do it. So we are converting to geotextiles this coming year. And we want to continue that legacy. Richard inspired us to do things right the first time, and we want to carry that forward.